video. Today we are doing one of my faves and one of the most traditional videos on the channel. We're doing a healthy food haul. So I went to Aldi as always. I've done a huge weekly or 2 weekly shop, as I like to call them, and I want to show you everything I got today. Plus I'm going to talk you through what I plan to do with all of the food. Now, meal plans for me don't come very naturally. I'm very spontaneous. I like to mix it up. I know how to buy a minimalist food shop in order to still keep my budget low but also be able to make meals out of my food. Let's call it a minimalist food shop. Healthy and filling and also sustainable. This stuff is gonna last. Anyway guys, let's just jump straight into it. If you're new, by the way, my name is Sophie. I make 3 videos on this channel every single week on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays, all about living your best life on a budget. And we specifically like food. Have a little peek into what I eat every day, how I maintain a really healthy, balanced diet with the occasional treat. Anyway, I hope you're comfy and you've got your shopping list ready, and let's go. Okay, here is all of my food haul. As you can probably see already, there's a few luxury items that I didn't include in my price, but I have spent £38.15, and this food is going to last us for Monday to Friday meals for the next 2 weeks. On average, we spend about £10 to £12 per person, because there are a few things I do top up on throughout the week, but I have managed to get my food bill down to about £10 per person per week. Yeah, obviously let me know in the comments down below if you want to see me actually write down a proper food shop list for you guys to take away. Starting off at the back, these are actually from Tesco, and the reason I'm including them today is because I have actually bought another bag. It's just in Lawrence's car. These are, I believe, 80p. They're the bag of Growers Harvest porridge oats. Now, I have porridge pretty much 5 days a week. Porridge has totally transformed my skin, my hormones and my health, so I stand by eating oats. 1 kilogram. This will last me 3 weeks, so that is about 15-ish meals. Also in my porridge, I've been adding this hazelnut and cacao spread. This I found in Aldi, and I've managed to get 2 jars so far, but now it is no longer there, so I don't know where to get this stuff anymore. I'm really upset. This was £1.99, definitely a luxury, but this jar will last me about a month. Absolutely delicious, the best chocolate spread I've ever had. It's dairy free, palm oil free, GMO free and gluten free. I put a teaspoon of this in my porridge every morning, and it's more than enough to like spread and melt in the porridge. Bag of rice cakes. These are 42p. These will last at least 2 weeks, and basically I eat rice cakes around lunchtime, so I will have anything on rice cakes. I sometimes put soft cheese and avocado and cucumber on there with lots of pepper, or I will have peanut butter on there because that is really filling, very good energy source and very tasty. I got a large bag of British carrots, which were 42p from Aldi. These are so affordable, you get so many carrots in there. So basically each and every week we will have wraps for our dinner, and these wraps can include loads and loads of salad. I use some of them for snacking purposes, but I will also grate a lot of these. These will last us at least 2 weeks, and they will last us at least 3 to 4 different meals plus snacking. 2 bags of wild rocket. Now, rocket is the kind of thing that I will have to top up on every kind of few days, just because we eat a lot of rocket in this house. Rockets we will throw in our dinner wraps when we have them in the evenings throughout the week, because we love to have wraps in the week. Also, I might put a little bit of rocket in my smoothies, so I make smoothies each week for my lunches, and these are 48p each. I always now get loose potatoes, and I get potatoes about once every week or once every 2 weeks. Potatoes are a huge deal in my cutting cost of food shops now, and also cutting my waste. So I used to buy frozen chips for the freezer, and if we want easy dinners we would have frozen chips, but I now make my own chips. I never ever buy frozen chips anymore. It saved me so much money, one, and also saved the amount of plastic, these kind of plasticky things that I'm buying, just because I buy loose potatoes and make my own. And if you want to do the same, I will link this below. This is a chip cutter. The best £12 I've ever spent because I no longer buy frozen chips because I've got this. I literally just put a potato in here and push it and it turns all the potato into chips. I put them in the oven with a little bit of vegetable fat, some salt, and they're in the oven for 25 minutes. I will link this below because I cannot recommend this enough. But I will also use the biggest potato I have here and make a jacket potato dinner. So Lawrence and I will have half this potato each. We will have beans, and beans I buy like twice a year beans from Costco now because I've realised how cheap it is to go to Costco. If you don't have a Costco card, then I would suggest buying like Aldi beans because they work out really cheap. We will have half a jacket potato each, beans, homemade coleslaw, and it's the cheapest but the most delicious dinner ever. Spring onion we chop up, put in a little bowl, and then we chuck into our dinner wrap once a week for dinner, and then the next day for lunches. Again, really cheap, affordable dinner. I got 2 bunches of daffodils just because I'm desperate for spring, and I saw Aldi was selling these for 95p, which is actually the cheapest out of all the supermarkets. These were in Aldi, they're $2.99 each, and they're basically just gorgeous little house plants. They're real, which is what I like. Each one is a little bit unique, and I got all 3 colours. So they have dark blue, like a musky white, and then like a pale green. I think they're going to look so cute on a windowsill or my new chest of drawers. A tin of chickpeas. These are actually from Tesco. Tesco sell these for 40p, and we make our own hummus. Making our own hummus is now another affordable and really simplistic way of doing our food shop. Making hummus is not hard. 2 avocados from Aldi. These are 95p each. These are 2 large avocados. So this will last me a good couple of weeks. About twice a week I have a frozen fruit smoothie, and I put some frozen fruit in, spinach, half an avocado, turmeric, apple cider vinegar, water. I think that's it. I will have that about twice a week for a lunch or a breakfast. And yeah, I'm the only one who really eats avocado at the moment in the house. A bag of lemons. These are 59p. We use lemons all the time. We bake with them, but we also cut them and squeeze them over our grated carrot. If you have never squeezed a lemon over grated carrot and put it with your salad, oh my gosh, you're missing out. You really need to do it. It's really delicious. A pack of beef mince, 20% fat. Now, if you know me, you know that I don't really eat meat Monday to Fridays. I call myself a semi-tarian, so I mainly eat like a vegetarian and vegan throughout the week especially, and then every now and then at the weekends, Lawrence and I will have some meat and or fish. For this weekend, I bought some beef mince from Aldi. So we're going to make homemade spaghetti bolognese for our Valentine's meal that we're going to actually have on Sunday. Again, this is kind of a treat meal. Meat I find expensive. Since being a semi-tarian, not only do I feel better about myself, but I actually spend a lot less on food because meat is expensive. I've also got these vegan no chick strips. These are from Iceland. We fry these with some garlic, some soy sauce, some Worcester sauce, lemon. We fry that all together with some onions, and we will put that in some wraps with our carrots and rocket and spring onion. And this bag can feed us both for dinner plus both for lunches the next day. The dinner itself works out £1 per head, so we're spending such a little amount on dinners and lunches. We tend to home cook everything we eat, and then what we do is make enough for lunches the next day. 23p each. I picked up 5 tins of chunky chopped tomatoes with herbs. I tend to buy a lot of chopped tomatoes with herbs because throughout the week we make all our own sauces. There's always a base of chopped tomatoes. These are actually so cheap from Aldi, so I love getting these ones. A bag of whole grain brown rice. This is 80p, and this will last us at least a month, this brown bag of rice. Every time we have our vegetable wraps, fry our rice a little bit and then put it in our vegetable no chick chicken wraps each week. It's a really affordable way of bulking out your food and making it extra delicious. I love the absolutely ginormous onions you can get from Aldi. It's £1 for this bag. This is a little pot of garlic granules. Now, I have to be honest, this is not a very minimalist type thing because I do actually have fresh garlic in a little pot, and we are actually growing garlic at the moment, so definitely a luxury. It's 45p. I can't explain to you, sometimes when you're in a rush and you need to just flavour something like a bit of boring brown rice or your salad, it's so easy to just put some garlic granules over. I find that garlic granules last us literally probably 3 months at least, something like this. So 45p for 3 months I don't think is a bad purchase. Always get 2 bags of pasta just to stock the cupboard in, and this will last us a long time. So this type of pasta is what I call special pasta because it's a bit more expensive. It's a specially selected range and it's an absolutely delicious pasta. On a Friday night, if we want like a little special date night dinner, if we're staying in, we will make like a nice pasta dish using this type of pasta. We also always buy for the cupboard a big bag of pasta that will last us a while and we can eat whenever. So this was actually from Lidl. We don't tend to have pasta all the time, maybe once every 2 weeks. But what we will do with this is collect half of it, make it into a pasta bake, which will do us both for dinner, and then someone will have also a little bit of lunch for the next day. A really affordable choice I made in life was to start buying my frozen fruit from Aldi. So I bought the summer fruits and also the mango chunks bags. These are actually only £1.09 per bag. Everywhere else they're at least over £2. These will last probably nearly 2 months. Okay, I always buy a treat or two because what is life without a treat? And Lawrence and I are absolutely in love with these Wacko bars. So we've got the normal chunky chocolate biscuit bars, which are Lawrence's, and mine are the caramel. We might have one a night or one every other night just as a nice treat. They're absolutely delicious. If you know what Rocky bars are, you will love these. And they're only 45p per pack. I wanted to include this just because it's such a life hack. So every month I buy one large red cabbage from Aldi. It costs 20p and I've still got a quarter and we've had 4 different meals out of this red cabbage. It lasts so long, it's so good for you, it's so delicious, it caramelizes in all food, it just tastes delicious. So we've still got a quarter which we'll use again for some wraps. Ignore dates, that when you see that on vegetables, ignore them because this lasts so long. Now here we're moving on to bread. So I tend to buy breads every 3 weeks. And what we do is freeze everything straight away and then just pick things out from the freezer as and when. So we've got these, which are the best pita breads in the entire world from Aldi. They're 85p and they're the Mediterranean style pitas. Aldi also do the wholemeal version of these, but they were sold out in my Aldi this morning, so I got the white ones. We'll put these in the freezer and we'll either have pita or wraps depending on what we fancy with our no chicken strips and vegetables. We just keep doing that. We just put everything in the freezer just so we don't overeat and also so we don't overspend and end up having to throw stuff away. So the same goes with the bread. I tend to have porridge all the time now, breakfast, but if I do want toast, I've got this in the freezer. Each and every kind of other week we tend to have soup from Tesco do the best tomato soup ever, and we will have that as a really affordable dinner. So a tin of tomato soup and some bread each. Another good tip on being minimalistic is put all of your breads in the freezer. And then moving on to here, which is like definitely a treat, and these are definitely a weekend treat. I always tend to have these vegan no sausage rolls in the freezer. These are the best ones ever. They're from Aldi, but to be honest, I've not actually tried them from this packaging and they just look a bit different, so I'm a bit nervous, but it does say the same great taste on the box. These are £1.19 for 4. They're so cheap, but actually the most tastiest vegan sausage rolls ever. Moving on to here, so this bottle of red wine is actually £5.99. Definitely a luxury, definitely not something I would be buying all the time if I was on a tight budget, and I do tend to keep my food shops on a tight budget. But I did treat us to this just because it's Valentine's weekend and we want a bit of that with our spaghetti bolognese. This was the one that was on special this week, so I got it, and I really like tractors, so yeah. And then I also bought some non-bio and also some softener. Almat washing machine detergent stuff is my favourite ever. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more of these, and if you also want me to write down a plan and actually give that to you via my next Who food haul, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm more than happy to like write something down just so you guys can screenshot, take it away and copy me for a while. I'm good with that. I hope you have the best week ever, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Mwah. Bye!
There's no one like you, my little girl. Your eyes so blue.